Thinking caps on LEGO fans, because it is time for another 1% LEGO quiz. 10 LEGO themed questions, each getting progressively harder. The first of which will be the 90% question, which 90% of LEGO fans should be able to get right. The last of which, the 1% question, only 1% of LEGO fans should be able to answer correctly. How well will you fare? Will you make it to the 50% question and prove that you have more LEGO knowledge than half of the LEGO fan base, or will you manage to go all the way to the end and prove that you are in the top tier of LEGO fans? Let's find out. 90%. Which country was the LEGO Group founded in? 90% of LEGO fans should be able to get the answer to this question right. LEGO is by now a worldwide brand, and LEGO bricks are manufactured in various different countries around the world, but which country has the honour of being the birthplace of the LEGO Group? Time's up. The answer: Denmark. Moving right along. 80%. True or false? The LEGO Group is the largest toy manufacturer in the world by revenue. That's by revenue specifically. True or false? Is the LEGO Group the world's largest manufacturer of toys? So is the LEGO Group the largest toy company in the world by that metric? The answer: true. The LEGO Group is indeed the world's largest manufacturer of toys by revenue. The LEGO Group claimed this title in 2015 when it overtook Mattel as the largest manufacturer of toys by revenue. Things have only grown from there. In 2024, the LEGO Group generated $11.6 billion in revenue. 70% now, and we're talking about a popular LEGO building technique often referred to by fans as SNOT, SNOT. What does the SNOT building acronym stand for? Is it A, single notch over torque, B, strange nubs often turn, C, studs not on top, or D, squares never out twist? That's which of these are the correct phrase for the SNOT, SNOT building acronym? The answer is C, studs not on top, which refers to any LEGO building technique that involves the studs, the little circles on the top of a LEGO brick, not being pointed upwards. 60%, and this question is all about Speed Champions. 2025 is the 10-year anniversary for this theme, and this year the LEGO Group has partnered with Formula One to give fans 10 different race cars, all based around the current crop of Formula One race cars. All the way back in 2015, though, when the Speed Champions theme first launched, there were 2 teams from Formula One at the time that were represented in that original crop of sets. Can you name either of those teams? That's which Formula One teams from 2015 appeared in the original lineup of Speed Champions sets. You just need to name one of these, it doesn't matter which one, but name one of the 2 Formula One teams that appeared in the original wave of Speed Champions sets in 2015. Time's up. The answer is McLaren and Ferrari, which came respectively in the following 2 sets: 75911 McLaren Mercedes Pit Stop and 75913 F14T and Scuderia Ferrari Truck. 50% right. This is the question that marks the halfway point of the quiz. If you get this question right, then you know more about LEGO than 50% of the LEGO fandom. If you get this question wrong, then you are unfortunately not quite there yet. This question is image-based, and it relates to the names of LEGO brick colours. Which of these 4 options is the colour sand green? That's which of these 4 LEGO bricks is coloured sand green. This is a tricky one if you're not up to speed on all of the different names of the LEGO colours. Do you know which one it is? Time for the answer. It's the second one, this one here. That is the sand green brick in this lineup. 40%. Which LEGO theme was the first to introduce a minifigure with a double-sided head print? This is fairly common for minifigures now. You will have one face on one side of the minifigure's head and then another different face on the other side. This is often used for different expressions, but can also be used for different characters as they transform. Which was the first LEGO theme to introduce a minifigure with this dual printing on the head? The answer: Harry Potter. All the way back in 2001, the LEGO Group gave us 4702 The Final Challenge, which comes with a little Harry Potter minifigure and a little Quirrell minifigure. And spoiler alert for the first Harry Potter book, if you turn around Quirrell's head, Voldemort's face is on the other side. This was the first time that the LEGO Group trialled this approach of printing 2 different faces on the same minifigure head, but it definitely stuck around as an idea, as it was reused significantly with the LEGO Studios theme that was introduced the next year in 2002. 2. 30% now, and this is another image-related question. Take a look at this little crop here of a Lego set. Which Lego set is this? This is a bit of a tricky one, so if you've not already got it, here is a pretty big clue. This is from a relatively recently released theme. I'm not saying when the theme was released, I'm just saying it is a relatively recent addition to the Lego catalogue. Can you tell which Lego set this is based on this teeny tiny zoomed in little crop? Time's up, and here we will zoom out to reveal the full set. It is 75640, the Baratier Floating Restaurant, one of the new sets for the One Piece theme, which debuted this year. 20%, and this one's going to be a bit of a tricky one, especially if you've not been memorizing your set numbers when you've been looking at Lego sets names. Nowadays, most Lego themes have a 5-digit set number that accompanies the set names, but once upon a time, the Lego Group only used 4-digit numbers for the majority of their themes. The 20% question: when did the Lego Group swap from using primarily 4-digit numbers to primarily 5-digit numbers for their sets? There were cases of 5-digit numbers before this date, but we are looking for the year in which the Lego Group moved the entire catalogue from 4-digit numbers to 5-digit numbers. Are you ready for the answer? It was 2013. In 2012, the majority of Lego sets had a 4-digit number. In 2013 and beyond, the majority of sets have a 5-digit set number. Now the 10% question. If you get this one right, you can say that you know more than 90% of Lego fans. This question is about quality control for Lego bricks. How many Lego bricks in the average year fail Lego's quality control tests? That's how many bricks fail the Lego Group's quality control standards every year. This is multiple choice. Is it A, 18, B, 462, C, 731, or D, 6004. That's how many Lego bricks fail the Lego Group's quality control standards in a single year. The answer might surprise you. It's actually A. Just 18 Lego bricks fail the Lego Group's quality control standards in a single year. That is a very small number. Every other Lego brick the Lego Group is absolutely fine with. It's just 18 that don't meet the standards that they have set for these bricks. Now, if you've answered every single question up to this point, then you know more about Lego than 90% of Lego fans. But can you answer the 1% Lego quiz and prove that you know absolutely significantly more than 99% of Lego fans? This question relates to 3 Lego sets. Can you figure out the connection between these sets? What connects 10224 Town Hall, 40501 Wooden Duck, and 60253 Ice Cream Truck? That's what is the connection between these sets: Town Hall, Wooden Duck, and Ice Cream Truck. There is a special secret Easter egg with these sets, something that connects the 3 of them that might not be obviously apparent to the casual observer. So then, how well do you know your Lego history? Are you able to instantly spot the connection between these sets, or is this one a little bit more puzzling? We're not going to tell you the answer right now. Instead, if you are on the Brick Search app, you can scroll down and have a look at the answer and read a little bit more about this connection. Or if you're on either YouTube or on TikTok, you can go down into the comments and you can debate it with fellow Lego fans. Either way, this has been another 1% Lego quiz. No matter how well you did on this, well done for trying your best. We'll see you next time.